Welcome to Bloomington Today. I'm Kaylin Cockrell. Thanks for joining us. The Bloomington City Council has all of its members once again, recently filling the seat for a District 3 representative following longtime member Steve Elkin's departure to the Metropolitan Council. During the April 18th council meeting, members voted on 8 individuals who submitted applications to fill the District 3 seat for the remainder of the term, and the new council member is Tim Busey. Tim currently is the Director of University Services at the University of Minnesota and has 20 years of experience as a communications professional, primarily in the public sector, including several years with the League of Minnesota Cities. Busey, along with 7 other applicants, all participated in recorded interviews with the City Council.
There's only going to be one picked, unfortunately. We can only fill one seat. And those other people that interviewed, by all means, do not give up. We would love to see you back in some sort of a commission role or some sort of a volunteer role within the city. I think everybody that came forward looked like they were good people and would be a good asset to the communities.
I think we've done our studying and our homework, and I think we probably have people we'd like to support, and I think it's going to be disappointing for some that are competent and qualified, but you know, there's one that is going to move forward to this appointment.
You can view all the interviews on the city's website. As the mayor announced during this year's State of the City presentation regarding the 169 I-494 interchange, it's happening. The kickoff celebration of the Highway 169 I-494 interchange reconstruction project was held on April 14th. The ceremony took place at West 78th Street in Edina at the Helmuth and Johnson PLLC building. The program included speeches from local dignitaries and a ceremonial photograph.
Well, this is a good and fun day because we've all been working on it so long, and it's been mentioned, the 175,000 cars a day that pass through this interchange, and they were doing it in substandard circumstances and conditions, and it was problematic, and it's been stated that this is now going to be safer, and it will end up ultimately saving lives.
An open house followed the ceremony, which included information about the project, layouts, and images of the future interchange. According to MnDOT, the project will convert the current expressway into a freeway by rebuilding the interchange with 6 ramps and removing traffic signals, which will reduce congestion and improve safety. The city of Bloomington is proud to maintain several outdoor sports complexes around the city. And as the snow finally disappears, park maintenance crews have a lot of work ahead of them to get the softball, baseball, and soccer fields up and ready for the season. Thousands of people come through these parks on a given weekend in the spring, summer, and fall for various ball tournaments. City maintenance staff are in high gear to get these parks looking great after the long winter. We spent the day at Dred Scott Playfields as crews prepared baseball fields, set to have games already that afternoon.
We were painting foul lines, which again, the high schools want those down as soon as possible. Today was our earliest date, weather, kind of a weather type deal to get them down. We found a break in the weather last 2 days. Those are just foul lines. We paint them weekly, usually.
Every time the grass grows beyond a certain point, new foul lines need to be painted. In addition, crews rake and drag all the fields, aerate the grass, and keep those city parks looking as upscale as possible.
These are highly visible areas. You know, there's a lot of out-of-town play that comes through these parks, especially on these baseball fields in the summertime. And, you know, it's just kind of a, you know, we want it to look good for them. We want them to compare it to theirs and say, wow, you know, what a place, you know. It's a real nice place that we wish we had. It's, you know, those types of things that and hopefully, you know, we can learn from them and they can learn from us. You know, we can bring some of their ideas and say, hey, that's a good idea. Let's try and implement that where we can. And I'm sure they do some of that themselves.
Dietz says that despite the rough winter, the fields aren't in too bad of shape. But like any outdoor work in Minnesota, crews aren't without obstacles when preparing fields for play.
Water would be the first one. You know, when snow melts, we typically have puddles around the ag lime areas. We didn't have a lot of that this year. You know, hopefully we do a good job dragging to level everything out in the wintertime. And then, you know, getting the grass up and greening it up, getting it to stand up, snow mold, dollar spot. Those are some types of things that happen. We're pretty good this year on that. Those are two huge obstacles. The frost out of the ground is probably our biggest obstacle, and we didn't have a lot of that this year.
We'd like to thank our park maintenance crews for keeping our parks looking great. Keep up the good work. The smell of outdoor fires is common during the warmer months in Minnesota. However, it isn't always thanks to campfires. Last week, the city of Bloomington partnered with a local prairie restoration company to administer some controlled burns to select grassy areas. This was the scene at the water treatment plant on April 12th. According to Prairie Restoration, Inc., fire has historically played a significant role in the health of natural landscapes, particularly grasslands, by discouraging woody plants and non-native species from taking over. Fire has proven to restore the health of native vegetation, reduces weeds, and releases nutrients vital to new plant growth while reducing the risk of wildfires. It's now time for a short break. When we return, we're joined by Housing and Redevelopment Authority Program Specialist Robyn Latzke to talk about one Bloomington program looking for participants that's perfect if you're a family just starting out. Stay with us.
For the trees on our street.
At my campground.
In my woods.
For the trees in my backyard.
I promise.
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 We promise to not move firewood.
Because the emerald ash borer beetle could be inside.
I've seen what it can do to trees.
I will be the one to spread the beetle.
Friends don't let friends move firewood.
I won't move it from my backyard to my cabin.
Or bring it home from camping.
I won't take it here or there. I won't take it anywhere.
I'll only buy it where I'm gonna burn it.
Or buy it from my local guys.
I promise.
For the ashwood in my guitar.
For the love of the game.
The wood stays put.
I promise not to spread the beetle.
For the trees in my state.
In mine.
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 In America.
We promise to not move firewood.
We have the power
To stop the beetle.
Join us at stopthebeetle.info.
We are this close.
We are this close.
Tuturek modest.
This close to making history.
Ofong Wantinti.
We are this close.
We are this close.
We're this close. This close to changing the world. We are this close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
We are this close to making history.
We are this close to ending polio.
Because we are this close to ending polio.
We are this close to ending polio.
We are this close
to changing the world.
This close.
All we need is you.
Is you.
Is you.
Is you.
We are this close. This close.
Be a part of history at rotary.org/endpolio.
Welcome back, everyone. We're now joined by Program Specialist Robyn Latzke. Welcome, Robyn. Thanks for being here today. Well, the Bloomington Housing and Redevelopment Authority is now taking applications for a great program here in Bloomington. Why don't you just talk to us a bit about the Rental Homes for Future Homebuyer Program?
Okay. This program is for larger families between 3 and 6 people. It's single-family homes that the families rent. They can rent them up to 5 years. Once they're in the homes, hopefully they'll be setting aside a certain amount of the rent, and that goes into what we call an escrow account. And at the end of those 5 years, hopefully there's enough in there for a nice down payment on a home for them. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, tell us a bit about who is eligible to participate in a program like this?
Okay, like I said, they are 3-bedroom houses, so 3 to 6 people have to be in there. You know, we don't want to underutilize the homes, but more than 6, that would be too much for a 3-bedroom house. So 3 to 6 family members. The people need to have fairly good credit. We're looking for scores right around 500. They have to have good rental history, no recent criminal history. Okay. They have to have the ability to pay approximately $870 a month. It could be more. It depends on their income.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some income requirements as well.
Right.
Well, this isn't a new program to Bloomington. This program has been around since 1993. So obviously there's been some success with it in order to keep it going. Is there any stories that stick out in your head as success stories for this program?
Well, we've had quite a few of the people that participated buy homes. I would say almost half have actually gone on to buy houses. Yeah, so it's really nice when they're at that point because they're so excited. And I did have a family buy a house in Bloomington here, and they did invite me over, so I went over there, and they were just so proud to show it off, and it really was a beautiful home. They were really excited about that, and I was excited for them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So basically, kind of to sum up what we had summarized is that a portion of whatever the rent is, depending on income, goes into a separate account that will hopefully be used as a down payment.
Right. Right. There's a minimum rent that we set, and that minimum right now is about $727. Anything over and above that, then we take a look at 30% of their income. So if 30% of their income came out to be $827, there'd be $100 a month going into a savings account that was set aside for them if they purchase a home. And they must purchase a home. If they don't, then they forfeit that money, and we send that check right to a title company so that we're sure that they've purchased something. Yeah.
So this is just an awesome savings account that you can't reach your hand into if you feel the need to go shopping or something.
Right, exactly. It's great.
Okay.
It's a wonderful program.
Well, in these homes, there are certain maintenance duties that tenants are responsible for. Why don't we talk a little bit about those?
We want to give them the whole kind of feeling of owning their own home. So as far as that goes, we make them responsible for taking care of the lawn, so mowing the lawn, watering the grass. They have to clean up the snow, so shovel the driveways, shovel the sidewalks. They have to clean the furnace filters, clean the gutters, you know, do some maintenance like that. And we have a maintenance person who goes out and, you know, within the first week or two they live there and kind of helps them, show them how to do that sort of thing, because most of them have never lived in a home.
So this kind of gives practice for...
Right. So they might decide, I love doing this, or they might decide this is way too much work for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, when utilizing a program like this, or even developing a program like this, Bloomington HRA, there must have been some sort of overall goal in mind. What is that?
Well, it's a great way to help people make the transition from renting to owning, and then they're invested in the city. So a lot of times, if you've lived here 5 years, you've got children now that are going to the schools, and they, you know, they prefer, if they can, to buy something in Bloomington. That's not always possible, and it's not necessary. They don't have to, but it's just really a great program for larger families. At that time, we were dealing with larger families. There's even larger families in Bloomington now, but there's not many 3-bedroom apartments or townhouses. So we have 21 houses throughout the city that we are renting.
Wow, 21. That was going to be my next question. So 21 of these properties are available. Now, tell us a little bit, how does a resident go about, you know, applying for this?
Sure. If they just want to call our main number and ask for an application, we'll be happy to mail one to them. And that phone number is 952-563-8937. And they would just ask for an application for the rental homes program.
Great. Wonderful. We'd like to thank Robyn Latzke for being here today to talk a bit about the Bloomington Rental Homes for Future Homeowners program. It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back after this.
30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease. So start walking for yourself. Start walking with your family. Start walking with your friends. Start a movement in your community. Start walking. Start something. To join the movement, log on to startwalkingnow.org and help start something now.
It's easy to gain a little weight without really noticing. The same is true for your pets. Just a couple of extra pounds on them can lead to diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease. Visiting your veterinarian is the best way to help your pets live long, healthy lives. Go to petfit.com to learn more, because a little extra weight is a big problem.
Is that thing getting closer? Look how high that thing's going. Look out there, look at the debris.
Give me the camera.
No, just drive, I've got it.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, the size of that thing.
It's everywhere.
Are you getting this?
Yeah, I've got it. What was that?
It's the National Guard.
How'd they get here so fast?
I don't know.
Pull over. Pull over.
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Check out NationalGuard.com.
Welcome back, everyone. More than 1/3 of the city of Bloomington is considered a natural habitat. There are more than 300 lakes, streams, ponds, and wetlands. And when the weather warms, bodies of water may need a bit of help in order to stay beautiful. Well, thanks to a recent city ordinance passed by the City Council, residents are now allowed to aerate their ponds.
The pond aeration ordinance gives residents an avenue to install different types of aeration equipment in the ponds should they desire. In the past, we have not allowed or discouraged residents from doing that just for a variety of different reasons, and we were looking to provide an avenue for residents to be able to install it should they wish.
Fountains, pumps, water circulators, and aspirators are all ways to aerate a pond. But what exactly are the benefits?
Aeration adds dissolved oxygen to the pond, which can be beneficial for plants, fish, and different things of that nature. It can also, if a fountain or something like that is used, it can also provide an aesthetic benefit as well.
Floating vegetation or algae can be reduced by aerating a pond. If you'd like more details on the steps necessary to obtain a no-cost permit to aerate a pond on your property, contact the city's Engineering Division of Public Works. That number is 952-563-4870. On April 6th, the Best Buy World Headquarters was the site of the 2011 State of the Commute presentation. This annual event is put on by Commuter Services, an organization including representatives from each of the 5 member cities: Bloomington, Eden Prairie, Edina, Minnetonka, and Richfield. Those reps partner with MnDOT and the Metropolitan Council and other private organizations to work together to get the inside scoop on construction projects along I-494 and share fun campaigns to motivate people to seek alternative transportation to work.
Commuter Services is currently working with over 600 companies in the 5 cities we serve. Those cities are Eden Prairie, Edina, Minnetonka, Bloomington, and wonderful Richfield, where we are today. And of those 600 companies in 5 cities, our staff held 187 on-site commuter fairs last year alone and assisted 4,400 people who are driving alone to work with customized assistance to find a carpool partner, try taking the bus, or with a customized bicycle route recommendation. That level of personalized service and assistance resulted in the reduction of over 18 million miles. I want to say that again, 18 million miles were reduced.
Commuter Services offers various ways for employers to offer their employees alternate transportation, including discounted bus passes, carpool matchup services, and customized bike routes. A panel of business representatives talked at the presentation about their success with the commuter program. One United Healthcare worker on the panel saw the benefits of alternate transportation almost immediately.
I really enjoy the work that I do, but my daily commute is one of the favorite parts of my day, and that's not something that everybody can say, but I love getting the exercise in the morning. I really enjoy being outside and going over some of the busier stretches of road, passing over like Highway 100 and seeing the stop and go traffic while I'm kind of sailing by, looking at the trees. And you know, I enjoy the feeling that I get of having exercise when I'm at work. I'm awake. I feel like I'm more productive first thing in the morning.
For more information on commuter services or to find carpool matchups, bike routes, and other helpful alternative ways to get to work, visit www.494corridor.org. The City of Bloomington, Edina, and Richfield have been working hard to reduce substance use and promote healthy living in area youth through the Tri-Cities Partners Coalition. We were at the April meeting as Tri-City partner representatives from the three cities met to discuss some current issues with youth, including social host ordinances and upcoming concerns with the quickly approaching graduations and proms. After a meeting like this one, members will then brainstorm ways to counteract things discussed, while ultimately seeking to keep youth away from alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. If you live or work in the communities of Bloomington, Richfield, or Edina, you're invited to become a member of the Tri-City Partners. Through working together, Tri-City Partners believes in creating a community that supports youth in remaining drug and alcohol free. For more information, contact City of Bloomington employees and coalition members Julie Zamora or Denise Reese. If you haven't become a fan or follower of Bloomington's Facebook and Twitter accounts, we'd like to give you a couple of reasons to hit that like button. Take a look at this next piece created by the city's communications team.
Where do I communicate?
I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where you can reach me.
City information delivered to you.
I like the idea of important city news and events coming straight to me, wherever I am.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. To get more information on city projects, parks, road construction, and events, visit the city's website. To check out past Bloomington Today shows or other city productions, visit Bloomington's YouTube channel, accessible right from the city's homepage. That and so much more is online right now at www.ci.bloomington.mn.us. We'll do you even one better. Sign up for eSubscribe to have updates sent right to your email or cell phone. This is Bloomington Today, a presentation of the City of Bloomington's Communications Division. I'm Kaylin Cockriel. Thanks so much for joining us.